how are you interpreting the world around us right now as both a voice and a young black man who's married and got kids? You're thinking about today, but tomorrow, what do you see?
It's bleak, but I have hope.
Okay.
There is a lot going on right now in the world. There's a meme being passed around for about the past probably about 3.5, 4 years that says, if you wondered what you would have been doing in the civil rights era, if you wondered what you would have been doing, in the uprisings of slavery with Nat Turner and things like that, take a look at your life, and it's exactly what you're doing now. We are living through a revolution right now, and that's just on the topic of like race in America. When you think through, as you said, I have a family. Just being a responsible husband and father, like that's a weight that you got to carry, and then you got artistry and faith and all those things. There is a lot inside of the pot right now. There's a lot going on. And a realist would look at things and say it's bleak.
And give me a bleak. Why are you seeing bleak on the horizon?
The trajectory does not seem upward for our country. It seems like, dang, man, just keep getting worse. Like I remember being on the road. We were in Minneapolis doing a show the night that Donald Trump won the presidency. And it wasn't about Democrat or Republican. That night, it wasn't about who you voted for. It was he won. And it was the saddest show we've ever played. Everybody was just melancholy. It don't matter how upbeat the song is. Like you trying to get into it and you just kind of giving a half clap because there's a weight here.
The wind was out of the sail of that audience.
Yes. And us as well. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 black men and a Mexican on stage. 4 black men and a Mexican on stage. And as the minorities, we know what life is about to be like with him in the presidency. But there's majority white people in the audience. Y'all sad too. So there was just this heaviness, and I wanted to hope that, man, he gonna do the right thing for the next 4 years. And that just wasn't the case. And this isn't about political lines being drawn, because what we're seeing now, with the taking of the Capitol and the insurrection and things like that, people on both sides are angry. People on both sides are dissatisfied. People on both sides are like, yo, this is broken. It needs to be fixed. This is 4 years later. So I would have hoped that the trajectory would have been upward, and it's kind of like it has not been. We are on the cusp of another housing crisis. We are on the cusp of possibly another depression, another Great Depression. If we're looking at analytics and statistics of the wealth gap in America, it's bleak. It's kind of like, is it safe? We got a pandemic jumping off right now. Like, I can't even, my mother passed in, September of last year. And I had to think about if I could hug my aunt and cry with her. I had to think about that because it's a virus going around killing people. It's like, man, Genesis 3 really did a number on the world. Like them, Adam and Eve, boy, I'm gonna slap Adam when I get to heaven, boy. Like, y'all didn't know.
I got a song for you, Adam.
Yeah. It's like, man, I'm gonna get up there. Peter, let me in. What's up? Where Jesus at? Dap my homie up. And then I'm finding Adam, and I'm gonna have some words with him, because what God was trying to protect you from, you couldn't see. You couldn't see 2016 in the Garden of Eden. You couldn't see 2021 in the Garden of Eden. God's like, yo, I'm telling you, you don't want those problems. And here they are. And we're feeling the effects of those. So I say bleak from that standpoint. I say hopeful from the standpoint of God's not a liar. He's not a liar. Hey, I'm going to be with you to the end of the earth. If I coincide that with, if God is with us, if God is with us, if God is for us, who can be against us? I coincide that with like, yo, we're more than conquerors. I coincide that with like, there's no condemnation. There's so many promises in the scriptures that says it looks bad, but it's gonna be good. All things work together for the good of those. And you fill in the blanks there. It's kind of like, it don't look like it right now, but I know you're not a liar. Your track record is perfect. Your track record of saying something and it happening is perfect. You have no L's. You have no losses. There's a 0 in the loss column for you. So if you said it, it has to happen. So I have hope. It's very bleak.
Not sure how it's going to come together, but you believe it will.
I know it will.
Yeah.
I'm taking that to the bank.